Hello, this is AI in Agriculture, one idea a day. And today we will discuss a nice topic of AI agents in agriculture. And we have already touched this topic on some point, but now I would like to dive deeper and not just explain the basics, but specifically give an example how AI agents in agriculture can work and in which specific niche of the agri-food production cycle. I am sharing my screen as usual. Today I have published a post about this topic, and the reason for these thoughts was my participation in the Floriculture Forum organized by the University of Sur Colombiana in Colombia. And during this forum, I saw nice examples of quality control procedures. And yes, I will publish a separate post on that. Interesting topic, but based on this, all the insights which I got, I understood that the clear process where AI agents can be helpful, it's not only controlled environment agriculture, as we already discussed this, because of most of the parameters which are stable in controlled environment agriculture, but also quality control stage, and this quality control stage which happens in specific premises, so it's not outdoors. So we are controlling the most of the variables, and we have a specific set of parameters which we are measuring and assessing. And on the first point here in my post, what I also mentioned that the available LLM publicly available LLM systems, they are not AI agents, but they are brains of, they could be a brain of any AI agent. And this is one of the recent news that OpenAI has launched the editor for his agentic AI system. So you can create your own agents based on the ChatGPT. But why they are not similar? Because LLM, and for example, let's don't consider ChatGPT, let's consider, for example, Claude, to be more independent and not rely only monopolistically on ChatGPT, or Claude or Gemini. So when you will ask them specific question, you will get the answer. But when you will ask to execute the answer with further action, you will not have the proper execution, because the LLM system is working independently and separately from your system. But if we speak about AI agent in your food production cycle, it means that this AI agent knows all the SOPs, standard operating procedures, and then based on this SOP, it can make decisions. And for example, if we will ask to put some number to specific database, the AI agent will be able to do this because it knows which database you mean. But if you ask in the same from LLM system, LLM system is so advanced now that it can suggest you how your SQL request should look like. But it cannot do it instead of you, and it's not that level of automation which AI agents offer. Yes, and based on all these thoughts, my next part is about floriculture, which I mentioned at the beginning. So basically, I introduced one of the features which we work on. It's about the multimodal processing for quality control. And specifically, I gave one of the examples. we work not only with flowers, so that's why it should not be considered that we are locked in specifically for roses. But why I'm not showing you images? Sorry, yes, this is image number 1, just to set the tune. Me and flowers, it means that something about flowers will be said here. Yes, this is the example of one of the LLM responses. Then we have some, I just tried to understand what is the level of advancement regarding AI agents in agriculture in current scientific research landscape. But as of now, I believe all these papers are still in review. So soon we will have a wave of research papers which will feature this topic. But as of now, we have a good foundation of overall approach for AI agents, not for specifically in agriculture. But yes, this is the slide which I wanted to point on. So we spoke about the multimodal quality control. Just you have this photo of rows, one sample, and you have a calibrating plate, and you are pressing the button measure, and you get 5 models which are running simultaneously, and they are separately doing their jobs. As a result, you get the some number on each of these parameters, and this number is feeding specific column, specific row in imaginable chart. Let's say it's database. Let's imagine it's database. But what is next? Where is the sweet point for AI agents? Then AI agent, currently it will be based on LLM, large language model. It takes this output, for example, and this quality control, it continues for a specific period of time. And then this agent, it can actually make analysis of what's going on, for example, with sizing or presence of thorns or thickness of stem or any other characteristic which is assessed during the process. And based on this assessment, the LLM, they are currently doing very good summarization. So we can deploy LLM model for summarization of the report generated during, let's say, one shift or specific period of time. And also we can add some additional documentation about the variety of the roses, about the, again, SOPs, about our internal request which we need to fill. And based on this, the AI agent, which works on the QC data, can provide the output, and we can use it for further decision making. So this is basically how the overall flow of step-by-step work of AI agent in quality control for specifically floriculture. But yes, I will just figure out how it work in other cases. And yes, so this is my one idea day for today. Thank you for your time, and see you tomorrow.